Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly report. For Randall Riley, I'm Joshua Miller. Now, before we jump into this week's report, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to make sure you never miss out on new content. And speaking of new content, a new Digging Deeper is set to debut online next Thursday. This time out, Dave and his guests will tackle TikTok and fill you in on all you need to know about the social media platform. I'll leave a link below to register for the premiere, which, as always, will be followed by a live Q&A session with his guests, Kyle Jernigan and Zach Flippo. And that Q&A session will only be available to those who attend the online premiere next Thursday, that's May 12th at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, now let's jump to the report. This week in job board searches and clicks. Truck driver searches were down all the way around. There were drops of 18% week over week, 14% month over month, and 6% year over year. Clicks, on the other hand, saw declines of 4% week over week and 11% month over month, but a 25% increase year over year. The large week over week drop off in search activity with that smaller drop in click activity indicates that major job boards may have been targeting users who would be more likely to click on the jobs they searched for. Job boards can attempt to prioritize searches over clicks or vice versa. When prioritizing searches, they serve ads to users more likely to search but less likely to click. Targeting those who are more likely to click costs more money, so it's not unusual to see search numbers drop off when these users are targeted. In this case, however, both numbers dropped, which would also seem to indicate that driver interest has also decreased. All track driver types saw double-digit percentage search decreases. Clicks on company driver postings rose, while clicks on all other major driver types fell. This week in freight, total load postings increased by 4% week over week, and that level comes 22% below the same week in 2021, but remains 85% higher than the 5-year average for the week. Dry van volume was flat, while refrigerated rose by 6% and flatbed volume increased by 4% week over week. Load availability was higher in all regions except for the South Central and West Coast regions. Overall load to truck ratio increased slightly as we saw truck availability tick up by 3% week over week. Spot rates increased by 2 cents per mile week over week. Dry van rates decreased by 5 cents, while refrigerated fell by 6, and flatbed rose by 3 cents per mile week over week. Total spot rate increase is now just 7 cents below the record posted at the end of 2021. However, the rate excluding fuel is now 33 cents below the record. Before we move on to the story of the week, just another reminder that the CVSA Road Check event, which is highlighting wheel ends this year, will take place May 17th to 19th. You can expect the spot market to be majorly affected during this time as truck availability will drop with drivers taking time off to avoid the added hassle. Now, the story of the week. Despite a sharp and extended pullback of spot market rates coupled with that surge in the price of diesel fuel, the majority of carriers remain optimistic about the freight market. Cancellation rates for truck and trailer orders both remain within the historical expected range, with many of the cancellations occurring due to orders for last year's model truck orders being canceled and simply re-entered for the same order for the new year model trucks. We also see freight volumes continuing to grow. FTR is forecasting Class 8 freight growth to remain healthy this year and only drop off by 3% next year. However, there are some risks to this forecast. For instance, if the economy does indeed head into a recession, it could take the freight markets with it. Our friend Jason Miller notes that there is a lot of fundamental strength in the trucking industry's underpinning. Contract rates have soared for the past few months, which explains, at least in part, the recent spot market pullback. Credit card spending, which reached the lowest point this year in March, trended upward in April. Spending cooled in the first half of March while oil prices skyrocketed and spot rates fell steeply. While there are not any year-over-year gains in April after accounting for inflation, the current levels still remain far above 2019 levels. And that does it for this week's report. We hope this information has been useful to you, and don't forget to download your own PDF copy of all the information we covered in today's report. Links are available in the description on YouTube and the body of the page on our Randall Riley site. While you're clicking that link to download, go ahead and click the link to sign up for our next Digging Deeper too. And until next time, have a great week, everybody.